Cimo! What's going on, guys? It's Cimo. So today we're going to be cracking open a box of Battles of Legend Armageddon. Now, I know I typically say to buy the singles, but I like to buy these boxes of new sets for two reasons. One, I like to open them for you guys so we can share in that experience together. But secondly, I like to support my local game store, We Play Games, here in Las Vegas, simply due to the fact that, especially now with COVID and everything, we need to be supporting those local game stores now more than ever, because without them, when things do eventually go back to normal, we're not going to have a place to play if those places don't exist. But if you are looking to buy any cards or sealed product of the set, be sure to use my TCG Player affiliate link down in the description below. It directly supports the channel, and I really do appreciate it. So without further ado, we're not going to make you wait any longer, and we are going to go ahead and get right into it. Now, I made a pact, I should say, with my friend Darren, who works at the shop. He's been a friend of mine from the Yu-Gi-Oh community for quite some time now. I told him that if I pull a 10,000 secret rare 10,000 dragon, that I would sell it immediately and give him half of it. He picked the box out for me out of the cases that they had there. It was pretty funny, and he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna hope that you do. So I'm gonna hold myself to that, and I'm gonna say that on camera, so that if I do happen to pull it, I have to be a man of my word, which I would be anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Battles of Legend has definitely less cards than most products you might see open. Each pack only has 5 cards, but they are all foil. There are 4 ultra rares and 1 secret rare. I believe, and we're gonna see this right here, yes, the secret rare is going to be in the front, so not really too much suspense there, unless we just put it to the back, which we could do. Here's Miracle Rupture. Really cool artwork on this, but, you know, more rock support, you know, that's just wonderful for everyone who loves Adamantipator. I'm not sure if they're actually going to play this, but, I mean, it's still more rock support that could potentially be just ancillary Adamantipator support, and I don't think a lot of people want that right now. Psychic Wave, Necros of Gungnir, Invoked Kaliga, and Numeron Wall. Oh boy, here we go with the Numerons. Can't wait to see how this plays out. I'm gonna go ahead and just sort them like that. We're gonna hopefully, like I said, I really want to get a 10,000 Dragon or a Starlight Rare Utopia. Who wouldn't, right? But if we're looking for, we're not looking for Glacial Beast, Iceberg, Narwhal, but pretty gnarly art on that card. But we're going to be looking primarily, I would say, for the Numeron cards. I think that's what I would most be looking after here. Secure Garden is so funny to me because, like, the only reason this is in here is to give it a foil treatment so that anyone who plays Invoked for a 1-card Mechaba play with Alistair doesn't have to play a common Secure Garden anymore. Here's Time Stream. This is one of the new fossil card supports. The artwork on these cards are pretty cool. The fossil cards, like I said, are interesting. I don't really think they're going to be doing too much in the grand scheme of things. Ultra Rare Dragon Buster Destructure Sword is nice, though. It's finally nice to hollow that out for anyone looking to finally be able to just not have to play a common one of those anymore. But even so, those would only be a couple pennies once people really start cracking this set open. I wouldn't be too surprised. There's a Danger Jackalope. This has already been printed in Secret Rare, so this really isn't too crazy. There's a Valorphon. Number 3, Cicada King. Zeroboros. Zeroboros actually, I believe, has updated text now so that it, like, correctly reads what the effect is supposed to do, because I think from the structure deck it was actually misworded or mistranslated. But it's also another way just to get Zeroboros outside of the structure deck, which is like one of the only good cards in that structure deck, like competitive wise. But I digress. We're going to our next pack here, which is Weathering Soldier. Nothing too great so far. There's Goyo Defender, Appliance Reuse, Penguin Torpedo. Penguin Torpedo is actually, like, on the verge of being very good, and then it had to say level 6 or lower, which kind of ruined it. But it'd be really cool. It's just like you summon the monster, attack your opponent directly, and then you could, like, steal their monster. So it's kind of like, oh, what's the card? Is it Gradle Eagle? I think that might be the card I'm thinking of. So it would kind of almost have an effect like that. Again, it doesn't really get around monster negation or anything like that, but still neat nonetheless. There's Fossil Fusion. I actually think this might be one of the more valuable cards of the set, just because it is one of the newer ones. I would say the artwork on this is pretty cool. Throwback to the old polymerization, but obviously using the fossil, you know, silhouettes here. That's pretty neat. It's cool to see. 4-Mud Skipper for any Salomon Great players out there looking to play with that for their 1-card access code talker, and some appliancer cards as well. About halfway through this first side here, again, there's really not too much in terms of like the actual card quantity because there's so many less cards per pack, but honestly, I think that's perfectly fine. I'd rather have less cards if a majority of them are just gonna not be that great anyway. That's just my personal preference. Here's Artifact Ignition. Ignition didn't really need a reprint, I don't think, but they reprinted Sanctum, so like, I guess it makes sense. We're going to have Chaos Neos. Chaos Neos is just, there's so much funny history with Chaos Neos. There's one of the Numeron cards, which you need for the Numeron package. Ultra Rare Sunlight Wolf. That's pretty cool. Nice little upgrade there. And a Kalantosa for anyone looking to play Merfei, which I believe comes out in Rise of the Duelist, if my memory serves correctly. Moving on to our next pack here. Actually got stuck. There we go. All right, let's see. We have an Armored White Bear. Just some of these cards are just like, they're just like whatever, you know, they're not like, you know, too great, but obviously there are a lot of cards here inspired for the, you know, anime, just drawn from that. Appliance or Laundry. This is like the MVP card right here. It is a Laundry Dragon. Doesn't get much better than that. Utopia the Lightning reprint actually is pretty nice. And there's Afterglow. This is a new card. This is like Slash Draw 2.0. Like, I'm sure someone will find some way to abuse that card. Like, I just feel like that would happen, but we'll have to see. Obviously, someone much more creative than myself. Glacial Beast, Polar Penguin. Again, this is, you know, all in line with those other water support cards. Again, not too great, but I think the artwork on it's kind of cute. Then we have another Appliancer, a Lion Emperor. This was like outrageously expensive for no reason, for people trying to like find ways to adapt Salamangreat. Not even a lot of people play Lion Emperor, funny enough. And there's Fire Flint Lady. I still think that card's highly underrated. That card, generic Warrior Extender, and the typing just matches perfectly with Ignoble Knight. I think it's great. All right, now here's one of the Jump promo, last Jump promo secret rares here. It's the Dark Arm retrain, Dark Arm, the Dragon of Annihilation. This isn't particularly one of the good, I think this is like probably like in the better half of them. Obviously the Trishula one being the best one, but the other ones are kind of like, they're okay. There's another one of the Numeron cards. We obviously need an entire playset of those, ideally. Obedient School, again for Merfei, which is nice. This was actually kind of expensive and very susceptible to buyouts earlier. We have an Appliancer, Breaker Bunkle, I think that's how you pronounce it, and then we have a Cross Sheep. This is so I cannot believe rare Cross Sheeps were so expensive, but it's nice that this card is foil. This card deserves it. Cross Sheep is such a powerful card for the decks that you play it in that I'm really happy to see that we finally did get that treatment. And this is what Battles of Legend is really for. Speaking of the Shonen Jump promos, there's Darkness Metal, the Dragon of Dark Steel. Got some more Appliancers, and number 3, a Flower Cardian, and Shining Flare Wingman. That's one of the things that's so weird to me about this set, is like when they reprint cards like that, I think I mentioned in one of my videos earlier in the week that Shining Flare Wingman was like a $9 to $10 card before this reprint. And like, why? Just like collector value? So they're just like, oh yeah, we'll just throw it in Battles of Legend because that's a good place to throw all the other just random stuff that doesn't really have another home. It's just kind of interesting to me. Weathering Soldier, I believe that is our second one. Another Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. Intruder Alarm, there's a number 2, so I think we just need one more now. And Blackwing Chris, the Crack of Dawn. My piles got completely mixed up in the middle of this video. That's okay, I can just go ahead and sort that out later. Second half of the box, though, still no 20th anniversary secret rare. There is our F-Zero Utopic Future Slash. We have a Goyo Defender. There's a Sanctum. That's nice to have more reprints of this card. This card is just so good. And the fact that it's had like 3 or 4 reprints and it's still like $10, definitely justified. Kalantosa and another copy of Numeron Wall. Okay, let's move on here. There's a big hit, Numeron Network. I'm really happy to see this one. This is the heart and soul of the Numeron combo. I think now at this point we are just missing the other spell that you send for Numeron Network, and I believe one of the other gate cards. Obviously we're going to want more than just one copy of this, but still nice to pull that because that is one of the key pieces that we need. There's a Chaos Neos, Appliancer Socket, and then we have Goyo Guardian and Book of Moon. Book of Moon's also a weird one to me as well. I think Book of Moon has almost been printed in like every single rarity, and like they're still reprinting it. Like Book of Moon just got an ulti reprint in the latest OTS pack too. Here's a Fossil Warrior Skull Bone. Fossil artwork is actually kind of neat. It's relatively drab in terms of its like color palette, but I mean it's pretty cool, just the whole fossil theme in general. Next we have Psychic Wave, Invoked Raijin, and then another Zeroboros and Kawaki Meru Drago. Kawaki Meru Drago is another one. Like, I think that card comes common or rare, and so that seems a bit like just of an odd choice for a reprint to me. There it is, Numeron Calling. That's the card we send for Numeron Network to do all of our degenerate plays, so I'm happy to pull that. There is a Sahaya the Rainstorm, Malefic Paradigm Dragon, another Appliancer, and Galaxy Worm. Galaxy Worm, just again, another just weird pick. I guess like it was a common and like some niche like rank 3 turbo or like BA decks took advantage of it. There's a Fossil Warrior Skull King. This is one of the brand new Fossil Warrior cards, obviously, but this is probably the best one of the bunch. Being able to like quick effect DD Crow out of your opponent's graveyard and steal their monsters, it's fine, but I mean, again, I think this archetype just really has a lot to be desired and cannot really be played standalone. You really need some other cards to pump up the power level for sure. There's a number 1. I'm not sure if we already had that one. There's Gazelle in Ultra Rare. I think I'm going to stick with the Super because the Super is just classic. There's another Appliancer and Invoked Purgatrio. Purgatrio, I think, might have been another one climbing up there in price because pretty much all Invoked engines did play one of it, but I'm not too sure on that. There's a big pull. Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon. Man, this card is going to be so much more affordable for anyone looking to get it. I've been able to hold a couple of the super rares before, which not a lot of people have, but man, this card is incredibly powerful in the decks that you want to play it in, so I'm really happy to see that. Neos Alias, another Intruder Alarm, Penguin Torpedo, and number 2. I feel like we've gotten all of the gate cards at this point. And honestly, I feel like we've pulled like a majority of the good new cards from this set, I would say. Obviously, besides like 10,000 Dragon and the Starlight Utopia, but I think for the most part, we got a lot of the noteworthy ones. Here's Dark Spell Regeneration, throwback to the anime. I think I did a throwback Thursday of this card, like way back when I first started YouTubing, so that's kind of funny. Here's another 4-Mud Skipper. We have an Appliancer Field Spell, Appliancer Normal Spell, and another Fire Flint Lady. Only 4 packs left. Darian, it's not looking too good for you, buddy. We'll have to see, though. Who knows? Glacial Beast, Polar Penguin is our secret there. Obedient School, another Appliancer, another couple of Appliancers, and O-Lion. I think this one is so funny because rare copies of O-Lion, because that card never had a reprint, I believe it was Primal Origin, were like $15 to $20 a copy because of needle fiber. It was absurd. There's another one of the Jump Promo Dragons. This is the Judgment Dragon retrain. That's pretty cool. Black Whirlwind. It's not going to take anything away from the super rare ones, but it's an ultra rare for anyone looking to play Black Wings, I suppose. Relatively just random, expensive card for no reason, once again. 3 packs left. Let's see what we can get. I think overall, I'm like pretty satisfied given what I could have potentially got. There's another one of the Fossil Dragon fusions, the Skullgios. I probably completely butchered the name on that. Yes, another Laundry Dragon. That's what we wanted to see. Another Appliancer Socket Troll, a Ra's Disciple, and a Flower Cardian Cherry Blossom. 2 packs left. You know, it would be really just very climactic if the card was at the very bottom of this box. But unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be getting a high rate draw. This card is really weird. I always love when they like incorporate Yu-Gi-Oh cards into artwork, though. So this is kind of cool. But the card itself is interesting, to say the least. There's Super All In, that's Cardian support. Solomon Great Gazelle, another copy of Afterglow, and a Boost Warrior. Another good reprint, actually. That card was very pricey. Okay, guys, here we go. Last pack. How climactic would it be if it's in here? That would just be insane. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull the card away. We're going to look at these supers first here. So we have an Appliancer Kappa Scale. We have a Lion Emperor. A number 4. I think we have one of each at the very least. There's another Galaxy Worm. Okay, so I pulled it away. Did we pull the 10,000 Dragon or the Utopic Utopia Starlight Rare? I just blanked for a second. Okay. I'm gonna start at the top. It's purple, so it's definitely not going to be either one of those. It is a Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon, but pretty nice reprint. I don't think Mega Fleet's been reprinted outside of its initial printing, so this is cool for Cyber Dragon players looking to pick up this card. Overall, not too bad. Like I said, I think we picked up a majority of the high value cards that aren't like the mega lottery rare cards in the set, so can't really complain too much. I think my pulls are actually pretty decent. I would say maybe even slightly above average, considering my luck with sealed product in the past. As a lot of you guys know, it can be really dicey. But overall, I'm pretty happy. I got a majority of what I wanted. But like I said, if you're looking to pick up any sealed product or singles from the set, be sure to use my TCG Player affiliate link down in the description because it directly supports the channel and I really appreciate your guys' support. So thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think and what cards you are looking forward to out of this new set. I'd really love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to like the video as always. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content. And if you found this video entertaining, consider supporting me on Patreon or becoming a YouTube channel member. Just by showing your support in any way that you can, you're investing in my ability to continue bringing you amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content. So thanks so much again, and we'll see you next time.